Hello tacticians and strategists, Templars and spatial pilots, welcome back to Templar Battleforce and playing hardball. So we are back on the Righteous Fallen. I did the level up and the veterans upgrades and all the stuff, and we do have some interesting developments. I took this one here. Now we have the Flamework Pansen, which we can't use yet, but it's fine. Yeah, here nothing has changed with the scouts because we had enough stuff to give them. Soldier, same situation. The captain, well, we have not made any more progress towards the void armor, but I think that's something for the next upgrades. However, we have now the Precision Fire 3. This way we have the Hellfire Incinerator and the Flame Code, but more importantly Hellstorm and the Napalm Charge. Then, that's the biggest thing. I actually invested a lot into the Paladin. We got Paladin 4 Devastating Strikes. We got Devastator for the Devastating Strikes and Warding Fire, but more importantly we got the Devastator 2 for the Force Blade and the Warded Plates, and they are actually pretty interesting here because they also go for the Hydra, right? And the Force Blade. Which means, well, actually unfortunately I had hoped that our captain would actually use that one, but I still find Draco's sword kind of better for the moment, although as we can see the Force Blade is really great for the offensive with 72% penetration, right? But otherwise it has basically the same statistics as the Draco's sword, which has actually 6% more auto block, which I actually like better for the captain, to be more defensive with the blade, because we want to shoot, right? And yeah, that's the thing here, for the moment at least. With an even better armor, things might change though. So at the moment we are wasting one level here, but Helios got the Warded Plates, the Legion Command armor, yeah, which I actually thinking all in all I like it better than the Assault Leviathan, because it gives us the resistance. Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe this one is even better with the evade and 2 levels that we can invest differently. However, with the Warded Plates, this is also pretty nice. Yeah, they are not too expensive, but way better than anything else that we have for the Paladin. Aegis wiring, auto block. Yeah, still the best stuff for him at the moment. Yeah, and then, well, the War Shield, we don't have any other shields. There was this one here, which I found interesting, but we don't have any requisition points to get there, the Defender's Shield. But I still like the War Shield better because it comes with the higher percentage to counterattack, right? And we want to kill the Xenos as quickly as possible and as many of them as possible. But here, going here with the Warded Plates, we can actually get to the Palace Blade, which is even better in defensive terms, and that's the thing for the captain. That's, in my opinion, maybe the most interesting thing. Parry 8 and 22% auto block, and then steel bone plating might be interesting at some point, don't know. And I'm also not sure how this works, if we can get around here and get this one and come to Arkham's Anchor or something. I'm not sure how this works. But yeah, This one could be interesting because it's also not so expensive with 4 levels. 24 max points, 8% auto block and 12 armor. Could be interesting. Let's see about that. And then Rakin's Warblade is of course very interesting, but also pretty expensive. And so all in all, I'm not sure about this. For the Paladin, it might be certainly interesting, but for the Captain, it might be a waste. But we'll see. So yeah, that's the situation here right now. So our guys, I invested all the stuff. Also went a little bit more for quickness, and yeah, basically now we are all a little bit more on the tactical side, I would say. We have the Flamework Pansen, which is the better fire armor, also with more fire damage actually. And that was the flame here. So 6 points more fire damage, 20 more fire resistance, significantly better, slightly better armor and deflection, right? So, but I think that was worth it. For that we lost the cutter barb for the moment. Yeah, because I thought that he's a little bit more offensive anyway. And what we want to get for him next might be here, this one, the Jet Flamer. Yeah, because it has more accuracy. But yeah, we didn't have the levels anyway. So in all, things got a little bit more defensive, I would say. Pyro also got these warded plates. Yeah, he also has the Shadow Flame armor now and the Hydra Incinerator. That's the... Oh no, sorry. He had this one before, and we can equip the Hellfire Incinerator now as well, but we don't have the levels yet. I thought that being slightly more defensive is actually better, because the differences here are not so significant. Actually, I didn't notice that, except for the 2 accuracy increase. But we only have 4 points basic damage more, however 4 points less fire damage for whatever reason, right? So, but I guess it's fine, so we can roll like this. So let's deploy. But I think this will be just cutscene or something where we talk, right? Oh yeah. Secure zone. Did that guy have melee weapons before? I'm not sure. So the sergeant has any more been learned of the cult? They are more slippery than expected. It's clear from the caches that have been raided that they have both a healthy supply of weapons and Xeno artifacts. Where they are getting them is not clear. There is suspicion that some of their capabilities and supplies were gathered before the Exodus. We have the Rykard Syndicate's full cooperation, so we will not rest until we learn the origin of this dark seed. And has the cult appeared on other faction worlds? Not as of yet. There has been a major riot on Molklumne Prime, but there's no evidence that the cult is active there. The Templar squad was deployed to Mok Prime, but they've been on peaceful patrol. However, as a communication expert, I cannot believe that the cult is isolated to a single planet. That would be very foolish, and they've shown themselves to be very clever. The hand behind the curtain is on another world. Well, that's pretty obvious. Have the accusations against Clan Molklumne continued? I would call it more of a continued grumbling than direct accusations. The dispute over ownership of Rykard Prime has not been fully settled, and the 2 factions are still at odds. There's no proof, absolutely none, that Clan Molklumne is linked to the Shelgoroth cult. Okay, thanks for the information, Sergeant. Carry on. Let's have a talk. Thnaira first. How can we learn more about the cult and its leadership? The city of Dryan was basically leveled in the fighting. Hundreds of members of the cult of Shelgoroth were captured. Only the Rykard military has enough manpower and facilities to hold them all. I know the Templar command is working with both Rykard and Moklumne leadership to try to gather more intelligence. And do you think we've seen the end of Shelgoroth followers? The cult leadership may have died in that pit below the Dryan Palace. But I doubt we've seen the last of them. Their forces had been organizing and training in secret for months. Their patron had smuggled hundreds of thousands of credits of weaponry into their hands. The factions had no forewarning, which speaks to their discipline and the ability to clamp down on leaks. We might have seen the actors on stage die at the hands of the Xeno, but there is a hand behind the curtain. And what exactly is the nature of the Xeno cult? Throughout time, humans have always had an attraction to the unknown, the dangerous, the other. And through these things, the promise of power. The word Xeno refers to a wide variety of semi-organic races. These creatures are ultra-aggressive. There has never been a documented case of communication or peace, only aggression and death. But the Xeno are ancient beings, perhaps older than the origins of humanity, and their ruins, bones and ancient structures are spread across the galaxy. Humans who come into contact with Xeno or their remains often become obsessed with them, with their otherness. These cults stockpile the artifacts, create fallacious religions around the Xeno gods, and try to bring the Xeno into contact with humanity. It all leads to death, as we saw in Rykard Prime. It's always the same. But the claims and promises of the Xeno cults have proven to draw a certain kind of human. Your lineage remembers as well as mine how many hundreds of times such a cult has risen, caused great violence and then died. Yeah, so true. Was the guild a Narvidian cult? The guild was never a cult. As a sprawling economic and political entity, it mistakenly fell under the control of the Narvidians. As far as we know, the guild did not willingly invite the Narvidian into their mix. The Narvidian infiltrated the FTL communication networks the guild was using and gained control over the guild leadership through these channels. Although the guild was our hated nemesis, you must understand, they were taken by surprise. They did not go seeking such damnation like a Xenocult. Okay. Yeah, thank you for your advice and letting us know more about the Xenocult. So, let's talk to the boss. What assignments do you have for my Battleforce Major? Not yet ready. The Rykard Prime Cult event has destabilized the quadrant. The faction and their colonies are stronger than they may seem. They are tied together by a common culture and a growing economy. The traditions and hierarchies of the factions, both syndicate and great clans, are powerful and have guided our people through worse than a mad Xenocult. The battle with the cult has left some residual damage, but less so than the Xeno invasion of Galantia Cross. And what will happen between Moklumne and Rykard now? I believe that if Moklumne had been involved in the cult, then the evidence would have been uncovered by now. The violence of the riots on Rykard Prime was driven by the cult of Shelgoroth, not the rival faction. However, that does not mean that Moklumne will not try to take advantage of the situation. Rykard has been greatly weakened by the fighting and the turmoil. Indeed. And what role must the Templars now play? Now more than ever, we must watch for threats from without and within. None of us believe the cult of Shelgoroth is truly dead, and we know it will only be a matter of time before the Terox Xeno return. I've heard that we've tracked down some of Star Trader's smugglers. Star Trader's spy sold the information to the Moklumne authorities and they handed it over to us. There is a Star Trader smuggler ring that has its hand in smuggling alien artifacts between the colonies. From the information Moklumne has provided, they are a big player. Clearly, they must be stopped. Moklumne has already dispatched bounty hunters to the secret base that was discovered on the moon, Rubik 5. However, they have not returned, and Prince Damain of Moklumne has petitioned that a Templar squad is sent to deal with the issue. Why would Star Traders smuggle alien artifacts? They are dangerous. Wherever there are laws, there are black markets. To prevent a repeat of what happened in the Galactic Core, Shalon put down the Edicts of Shalon. These laws prohibit certain practices and technologies that all were at fault for the guild and its oppression of our people. The laws protect our freedom. As we all know from our lineages, contact with alien artifacts and biology is dangerous. It can twist the human mind and body. Cults rise, mad geniuses are born. All are a scourge on our people. There is no exception, but there is great money in giving people that which they cannot have. And so, smugglers. That is absolutely convincing, yeah. The bounty hunters never returned. Most bounty hunters are star traders, the few independent captains who own and operate their own spacing vessel. The smugglers are the same, star trader captains who have decided to make their living selling on the black markets of our worlds. The bounty hunters are trained to hunt and kill, but it's certain that the smugglers have defenses and traps set at their hidden base. One way or another, the smugglers must have gotten the better of the bounty hunters. Let's deploy to the Star Trader smuggler base on Rubik 5 then. There we might learn more. Oh, a destroyed moon? Claimed by Prince Damain Moklumne. There are no signs of either of the groups of Star Traders. The Xeno smugglers or the bounty hunters sent to kill them. What is clear is that the intel we received is good, very good. We have pinpointed the hidden smuggler camp. Our strike team will infiltrate their bunker before they know what hit them. Once inside their defenses, we will open the blast doors for a traditional assault. Yeah, we Templars like and love tradition. Now this is interesting. And how things will develop further, my dear fellow Templars and tacticians, we will see and witness in the next episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you like this one. More background information. I really like the world that has been created here, and that is also basically used as a foundation for Star Traders Frontier. Yeah, and if you want, you can check out the review I did on that on my channel. Yeah, it's pretty interesting and I like it. So, and what happens here in the infiltration side, we will see in the next episode. Thank you for watching. I would appreciate it if you click the like button and also sign up to the channel so you never ever miss an episode again. Just click the subscribe button. See you next time. Bye-bye.